Hello, dear friends, and welcome to your YouTube channel, Civil Engineering with Reza. It's truly an honor for me to have you here. It's our first episode on learning the AutoCAD software in a practical manner. So, if you wanted to be a professional in learning the AutoCAD, be with me during this tutorial. Are you ready? So, let's get started. For launching the AutoCAD software, in previous Windows versions, there has been a start menu. But in new versions, you can use search part. But before that, maybe after installing the file or the software, you may have the icon of that software here. You can double click on that and easily launch that. But if you don't have access to that part, you can easily go to the search part and write the AutoCAD, and by here you can select it. We will wait when it launches. So, when you open the AutoCAD and it's your first time that you use this software, this part will be empty like this for you. Here, for example, says there are no opened or created documents yet. If you want to open a new file, here you have some accesses. If you want to open your previous files or existing files, you can use open. I will inform you more later about this. But here in new, if you go to this part, you can see acad.dwt, which is for templates, which are existing templates in AutoCAD, and we have acad ISO. What is the difference between them? We can use different form of templates here, ACAD and ACAD ISO, as you can see here. But from here, if I open the ACAD, in here, if I use this template, it's necessary to be mentioned that the units will be automatically from the beginning with inch or foot. Let's see it. I say units. In here, as you see, the units are based on inches. But let me go out and again enter. This time I open the ACAD ISO. By opening the ACAD ISO, again I say units. In units, you see they are based on ISO dimensions. It means that millimeters, meters, and these kind of things. So this is the difference between these two templates that I wanted to inform you about this, because the units are really important during your drawings. Let's go out again and start, for example, with ACAD, maybe the ACAD ISO. But as I told you, you can browse different templates here. With ACAD ISO, what unit is this now? Yeah, you're right. It's in millimeters. Now it's the workspace that I have. I want to inform you about different parts that exist here, about their names and their applications. Here is our application menu, as you see with the icon of the AutoCAD. If I open it, you can see different forms from new, open, save, save as, that I will inform you about them in our next episode. But after this application menu, here in this part, we have our quick access toolbar. For getting quickly access to some kind of commands, as you see, these are same for the things that were in the application menu, like the save, opening the new, open, and these kind of things. And you can also customize by adding or removing some of these commands here in your quick access toolbar. Here is our title bar. In here, you can see the version of your software. It's Autodesk AutoCAD 2 2025, and the name of your file plus the format that is being saved. The format that is generally saved is .dwg. But I wanted to inform you about this here before assigning any name, because we haven't saved our file right now. So AutoCAD intrinsically gives the names from drawing. 1, 2, 3. So you may ask why it is here 3, because as you remember, we opened and closed our files 2 times, and it's our third time that we use these windows. For example, let's see if I close it. This time, if I make a new AutoCAD ISO, it will be 4, drawing 4. So it's the order of the AutoCAD that assigns the names by itself, but we should name them in a correct manner because we want to use our files later, and it needs to be familiar for us. It's for our help part, we can, and search part, info part. In here, we can, for example, search about different commands and get more information about them. This part generally is called ribbon. But as you see, we have different tabs. We can say Home tab, Insert tab, Annotate tab, Parametric tab, like this and so on. Inside each tabs, as you can see, we have panels. It means that this is the first panel for draw panel, modify panel, annotation panel. Under each panel, we have different form of commands. And as you can see in draw, we have different commands and we can extend them, and we have some here. Similar to that, for modify, we have commands here in modify panel, and more we have here. For example, we can pin it or unpin it. If we, for example, pin it, after going to other page, it will be same, and it will not, we will not lose this side. But by unclicking this, as you see, it removes. So I told you about these panels. In all of the cases, the tabs and panels, we call this part as ribbon. So it's ribbon tab, ribbon panels, and generally we call it ribbons. In here, we have our navigation bar on the right side and our view cube. In here, we have our USC showing the start of our coordinates, X and Y. As you see, this is the start of our X and Y direction. It's necessary to be mentioned that AutoCAD software, we need to add the information by coordinates. So the coordinates are important to be known, and I will inform you about when I will teach you the line command about the coordinates, different way of adding them. But here it's necessary to be known that these coordinates are most important part in working with AutoCAD. So we have our model space, layout spaces here. Model, we do most of our drawings here, and in layout we use it for printing and getting output from our results. Then we have our status bar here. As you see, we call this part status bar because in status bar we get information about the status of our display part and some kind of grids and the snaps that I will inform you there in their specific locations. Here is our command line. In command line, there are different ways to use commands. One of them is typing the command, maybe the first letter, in some cases their short form or their full form. We can type here, for example, if I want to use a line command, I can use L. It intrinsically brings you me a line. I say yes. I can use enter. Now the command is active and I can draw lines here. So after learning about the command line, as you see this white area, we call this drawing area, the place that we draw our objects, and the plus sign that you see here, we call this cursor. It was all the information about learning about the schematic of the software, and I think it's enough till now. And next episode, I will try to give you information about the application menu, about how to open a file, how to make a new file, how to naming a file and saving the file, and like that. And maybe we will talk about the units. Thanks for watching this episode, and I hope it was useful. Thank you so much. Best wishes, take care, and goodbye.